Hi people, I am RJ, I don't know who I am, and today with me is RJ, I don't know who he is.
And this is the first in a set of a lot of movie reviews, book reviews and music reviews that we would be bringing to you every week.
Okay, I'm not the first,
Not the highest paid.
not the smartest critic.
To notice the incredibly strong similarity between this movie and Dances with Wolves.
A largely humorless movie that plays like a sensitive white man goes native saga.
And no money for guessing that we are talking about Avatar.
Avatar.
But everything about the movie, the setting, the dialogue, the parts that aren't purely visual, is pretty much awful.
Avatar. Okay. A white dude, a former soldier injured in battle, goes to live with certain native people.
He slowly gains their trust and eventually becomes accepted as one of them.
When his people set an attack, he leads the natives in what seems like an hopeless battle for survival.
The natives are 10 feet tall and blue.
Each of them has a USB port concealed in a long braid.
So let's just call it Dances with Flying Lizards.
James Cameron, a director who previously could do no wrong in my book, takes a giant step into a big blue turd with Avatar or Avatar, a movie packed with super visuals, but solely lacking in good writing.
Look, I have no problems with big vacuous entertainment. If it looks good and the principles make it fun, then I don't really care. But how stupid is this whole movie?
And you know what? The worst thing about Cameron's latest epic is that he wants, he practically demands for you to take it seriously with its environmental message and war on terror parallels.
It's nearly 3-hour message movie that could have been written by an 8th grader.
No, make that a 5th grader.
Meanwhile, Jake has a behind the scenes shady deal with a nasty marine commander to get his legs back on Earth.
Will Jake help to remove the Navy from their land and get Earth, its precious mineral, unobtainium as they call it?
Or will Jake turn against evil Earth because he prefers being blue and wearing a thong? Gee, I wonder which way this thing is going to go.
Cameron infuses the film with lame dialogues like terror on terror
And bulldozers knocking down spirit trees.
to conjure up barrels to current real life troubles with war and rainforests.
He does it in a way that is so insultingly obvious, it kills any chance to be emotionally invested in the film.
Oh my god, I care so little, I almost passed out.
There is plenty of gee-whiz technology to keep the audience marveling over how they did this, and that so with any luck, viewers won't dwell too long on the derivative, unimaginative story and the shallow characters.
What one has to sincerely notice here is the absolutely wonderful, brilliant marketing freaking strategy they employ to pull off this disaster. They get into your head saying, "Oh, a movie 15 years in the making. Please, he wrote it and then waited for geeks like us to slog to realize his dreams." Okay, not geeks, like us. Smarter and more productive than geeks like us.
The movie was everywhere. McDonald's, cricket matches, sincerely, cricket matches, MTV.
अबे
What a
यार,
brainwash.
रिव्यू कर भी क्यों रहे? इतनी गंदी मूवी बनाई थी यार. मेरा practically 300 rupees waste चला गया मूवी में.
But that is not the point. Everyone was probably driven into the hype. People spent a lot of money, went to the theaters. But this is just a seed of thought that we are trying to plant in our listeners to make them realize that this movie was actually shit. But all said and done, this movie is a huge success. In the history of human cinema, this is the biggest hit. It will cross the 1.8 billion mark of Titanic.
But that doesn't matter. What matters is, this movie is worth watching once, a lifetime.
And that is about it with Avatar.
Okay friends, हम लोगों को भी पता है कि आप इस वीक कितना फ्रूस होने वाले हो given to all the events that are coming up. Like,
ठीक है, SF और क्षितिज तो आ ही रहा है, लेकिन what has probably happened in the last week, like
GS,
Megalith,
Mathematician Symposium, am I right?
Math might, okay, nevertheless, फ्रूस होने की जरूरत नहीं है, because आप अपने रूम में बैठिए, बाहर जाने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं है.
Act 1 पॉपकॉर्न का डब्बा लेके आइए.
और प्लीज पॉन्डी मत देखिए, आप मूवी देखिए
जो हम सजेस्ट करेंगे. So this week's movies to be watched are Hangover.
One of the movie's primary selling point is its mystery component, the perpetual element of surprise. Still, the stupid fun of The Hangover is worth experiencing at least once.
Something you will never see with a sophisticated girlfriend, I believe. But what the hell? No one has one here, right? So it is okay.
It is a switch off your head type comedy. The Hangover isn't painful to watch. If friends drag you to watch this movie, you won't hate them afterwards.
You will just feel annoyed by the missed opportunity.
There's the potential for a good flick in there if it wasn't quite so high-strung and antic.
But maybe it'll seem a lot funnier if you're drinking.
And if you like this movie, a similar movie to watch would be Wild Hogs.
Wild Hogs!
Well,
so the next movie we are going to talk about is Into the Wild.
A story of a bright young guy.
Something that we can relate to and most of you can't.
Who leaves behind everything to wander into the wild.
And though we are not selling it properly, the movie is fantastic.
Fantastic. It captures the majesty and terror of wilderness in ways that make you catch your breath. And Eddie Vedder's remarkable song, notably a cover of Hard Sun, sound like the voice of Chris's Unconscious.
Since his death, admirers have made the arduous trip to that bus.
But Into the Wild celebrates the person, not the myth. A very good watch. Definitely watch this movie.
Nuts rated 5 out of 5. अगर आप लोग बहुत ज्यादा ही फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गए हो
और आपके फ्रस्ट्रेशन के लिमिट्स मतलब बहुत बहुत ज्यादा दूर पहुंच गए हैं,
मतलब इतनी ज्यादा स्ट्रेच हो चुकी है कि यू वांट वायलेंस इन योर लाइफ, मार धाड़ काट पीट खून,
मतलब खून देखे बिना आपका मन नहीं भरता है.
मतलब एवरी मूवी यू वॉच यू अक्यूज द डायरेक्टर ऑफ शोइंग लेस ब्लड इन इट, मतलब नो ब्लड.
और अगर ऐसा केस है तब आप देखिए मूवी इनग्लोरियस बास्टर्ड्स.
इनग्लोरियस बास्टर्ड्स.
मतलब इस मूवी में इतने लोगों को मारा है और यूजलेसली मार काट इतनी की है कि अगर आप सिंसियरली अपने रूममेट के बेड पे प्यूक कर रहे हैं देन यू आर एक्चुअली वेरी गर्ली. क्योंकि ये पूरी मूवी में होता रहता है, ये सबका सर काट के गोली मार के हर जगह खून है.
बाय द वे ये बकवास कर रहा है. द मूवी इज रियली नाइस. इसमें ब्रैड पिट है हु इज प्लेइंग कैप्टन एल्डो रेन एंड ही इज इन द नाजी किलिंग बिजनेस.
और ये टारंटिनो की लेटेस्ट मूवी है, सो गो अहेड वॉच इट इफ यू लाइक मूवीज लाइक पल्प
फिक्शन, रिजर्वायर डॉग्स,
ये वैसी टाइप की.
किल बिल, मतलब अच्छी है, बस देखो.
Okay people, and that is it for us, and you watch these movies.
But heart patients को मना कर दो यार देखने से. It's inglorious bastards after all.
अब पता नहीं यार, अब लोग देखेंगे मर के, उनको पता थोड़ी कि हम लोग कौन है, मतलब किसने सजेस्ट किया. So anyways people, that is all for this week. Probably next time we'll try to do something which is remotely entertaining and which makes a little more sense than this bullshit. And that is it from us. Good night.
Good night.
And good morning if you're actually listening to it in the morning. So, okay, bye-bye. Anyway.